All right. Everything looks good. Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. I'm riding solo for this podcast at the very moment. Felix must be asleep. I've got to do it now because I've got a ton of stuff to do. Spend some time with family here in a little bit after this podcast and everything. Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 83. We're going to talk about some of the WWE releases and the Backlash card and everything from that's going to be in St. Louis. Hope everyone is having a great day, afternoon, night, wherever or whenever, what time it may be for you. Um, I think I'm excited for this card. I know some people might not be because it's 3 weeks after WrestleMania, blah blah blah. I understand it for some people. For me, I'm gonna be more excited because I'm actually going to the event. I'm actually going to the event. I'll be driving early in the morning tomorrow. Um, because it is a kind of a good drive, but I told myself I want it when I could. I want to travel for events and stuff like that. So here we are, traveling to St. Louis for Backlash, which is uh probably about 6.5, 7 hours. But you only I know a lot of people are like, man, this is a stupid saying, which I understand, but you really only live once, and at that time you might as well try to travel as much as you can. So that's what I'm trying to do in the like for the future is travel more. So, uh, Backlash, St. Louis, hometown kid in Randy Orton getting a WWE Championship match against John Cena. Might be their final ever last match. This will be the first time I get to see John Cena in person, I think. So I can write that off my list of people I've seen and haven't seen. But appreciate anyone coming in. Just hit that like button. That's the only thing I really ask for. You can subscribe as well, but it's not a necessity that I try to, you know, hit down on. So yeah, um, it's weird. It's weird doing a podcast by myself. It's weird just me. Um, I will say that I always say that when it's just me because having Felix, my co-host, is it's to hear his opinion and my opinion. Normally, we do agree on a lot of stuff. Some we don't agree on. So it's just a unique thing. I'd rather have someone's different opinion than to not have someone's opinion like that. And my thing has like minus like the link that I sent to him. So I'm just making sure if he does wake up that I can send the invite real quick and all is good, hopefully. So um before we talk about Backlash, let's talk about some of these WWE releases that, every so often, especially after WrestleMania season, um there's always releases, there's always cuts. And unfortunately some of these people got them. Um to me, I'm just going to name off, let's see, three, four, five, six. I'm going to name off 7 names, and that's the ones I'm really going to talk about. The other ones, I'm not quite surprised. Like, even some of these names I'm going to name off, I'm not surprised at, but it still sucks. Especially if you get cut. Like, just imagine, like, they get cut, at least they got the Indies or AEW to go to. Um, but it just, overall, still, it sucks, though. Because I know most wrestlers' dreams are to be in the WWE and everything as well. So, um, the big name releases that are at least known. I'm gonna start from bottom to top. Caden Carter and Keonta Chance. They are a really good tag team. They were like the only true tag team that I was like, okay, these women are really good. I don't know why I said dudes. Like, it's just how I talk sometimes. But these females are really good as a tag team. Probably the only true tag team that you could say that was in the women's tag team division about. With Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville was a really good tag team. But Sonya, got released and all that. So, um, Kaden Carter, good as a tag team. I don't know how she would have been as a singles. Don't know that. Don't want to speculate if she was good or not. I think she was good enough for at least for them to do something if they weren't going to do a tag team. But obviously they were going to cut them like this. They probably must have already had that feeling in the back that they were going to get cut because they have not been shown in a while. Still don't understand it because it's one of those tag teams that, like, if you're actually going to have women's tag team titles, that is like the perfect tag team to have them on, to be honest with you. Or, Liv Raquel, because they actually do work good as a unit. So, but to me, um, I've always said this, always will, until they get rid of them. They need to get rid of these WWE tag team titles, women's tag team titles. They do no good. And I mean, you got 2 mid card championships and 2 women's world titles. That should be enough to get some of these other people that might not be known or etc. to be on the show and to build them up. That's just my opinion. Keonta Chance, I think she would have done wonders as a singles wrestler. She is very good. You can tell she's got it, and her as a singles run could have been a mid card champion for sure. I think they really blew the chance on her for sure. I think she could have had a run or something, but they put them as a tag team, and then Triple H really never used them. That's very unfortunate. And it's very unfortunate because a lot of these releases were more female than male. Shotzi, um, the Black Heart, or is that what she called herself? I can't remember. Shotzi was one of those that was like up and down. She would get better, whatnot. If you don't know her background story, then that's the unfortunate part. Like, she has a very good story of coming through tough, and I think it was Tough Enough, or what was it? Was it Tough Enough? I think it was. And with her heart, I believe she had something with her heart, something in her chest, something, and it. The story of Shotzi with that is really good. And if you don't know that story, I would suggest you after the stream to go on YouTube, stay on YouTube, search it up, and watch it. Um, and everything. Or was it Battleground? Didn't they have a show called Tough Battleground or Battleground? I don't know. I can't remember. They've had so many shows like this, like that, and I just cannot remember it. Shotzi's just one of those that was improving and, gave a chance here and there, but she really did whatever the company needed her to do, and I guess that means she's gone right now. But here in, let's see, less than 90 days, whatever it is, when she is able to go, that'll be good for her, and can't wait to see what she does. Shayna Baszler. I'm not surprised with this one either. But boy, did they drop the ball on Shayna when she got to the main roster. Vince McMahon did nothing with her, nothing of importance. Triple H really did nothing. So, and she's up there in age. No offense, if you're not a Charlotte or Becky with up there in age, you're probably not going to get a lot of momentum pushed your way. Shayna was an absolute beast on NXT. Had the best NXT women's title reign outside of Asuka. I will go ahead and say that. And if you're behind Asuka of the title reigns as a woman, in my opinion, you might have a different opinion. But in my opinion, if you have that good of a title reign overall, you're doing pretty good for yourself. And she could never recreate that on the main roster, unfortunately. So unfortunate. But it is what it is, and Shayna just never really got a chance, which sucks for her. I wish all these people the best. Core Jade. There was more NXT releases, but this is really the one that popped out and everything. Core Jade, man, she was getting better and better, little and little. She was good. Injury prone, unfortunately, some people are. These last three people I'm talking about is injured prone. Um, this one really didn't make any sense to me. She was the first one to cross over to TNA as one of the females. I don't know. Hey, how are you? I am good. How are you? How are you? Um, Core J didn't make any sense to me as a release. Now she's going to kill it on the indies. But I could see her being one of those that come back in the near future. Um, it's been good. I haven't really done anything, but this is one of the things I gotta do doing this stream. Then I'm going with family to do some stuff. Grocery shop after. It's a good amount of stuff. It's a good amount of stuff. Take the dogs out, boy. Taking the dogs out is one of those things. But very good. How's your day been? How's your day been? But Core J is just one of those. Doesn't make any sense. Dakota Kai. This is very unfortunate. I'm glad to hear that, man. This is very unfortunate. Dakota Kai to me seemed like she was catching on more and more with the crowd overall. Yeah, I do. Um, Dakota Kai was just going over with the crowd more and more and more. And then it seemed like they just ruined that momentum for her. She was not shown on television. And I'm not surprised with this one at all as well because they haven't shown her on television. and they view her as someone that can make people look good when they go over. So basically, she's the Dolph Ziggler. She needs to go to TNA and rock it with everyone in TNA and kill it. I know a lot of people say she should go to AEW. I think TNA would be a better spot. Excuse me on that, but I'm not surprised with Dakota. It's unfortunate because she's a heck of a wrestler. Now, this one to me, this last person makes no sense. He did everything you asked for, and I guess it's just because of what his contract looked like, the amount of money, maybe some of the injuries. But Braun Strowman, this one makes no sense to me at all. But Braun gonna be all right. I think Braun will be back before you know it, and that's it. It sucks, but I think Braun will be all right, and I think he'll be back. I don't know when he'll be back, but I think he'll be back. So I wish the best for all of these people. I really do. Let's see here. Okay. I was just checking to see if Felix said anything to me or not. That man is asleep. He must have needed the sleep big time. Had to have. But that's the WWE releases that I've talked about. The other people, I wish the best for them as well, but these are the names that just popped out more than the others. Backlash from St. Louis. I will be there at the event tomorrow night. A lot of driving there and back. Backlash, St. Louis. Um, I don't know what everyone thinks. Overall, if what y'all think about the build, if it's been good, not good, da da da. I think it's been pretty good for the 3 weeks we've had. I know it's a quick turnaround. That's one thing I don't like, but I think it's still been pretty solid. Um, let's start off probably with the best build of them all. Gunther versus Pat McAfee. A lot of people don't like that Pat's facing Gunther, blah, 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 blah. It's at Backlash. It's 3 weeks after Mania. Not like this is a SummerSlam match, okay? Um, so I don't get it, and I don't understand some of people's hatred towards this. But it is what it is. People going to hate, people going to dislike stuff. That's just the nature of your opinion. I have enjoyed this uh little feud, whatever you want to call it, little back and forth. Gunther choked him out, and then they've had words back and forth, more towards Pat talking to Gunther. I feel like I feel like both of them's done good, but I feel like Pat has kind of carried this 3 week feud or whatever, 2 week feud. I feel like he's kind of carried it. Like Gunther attacked him, choked him out, and then ever since then, it's like all been Pat. So I think we all know what should happen here, and I'm telling you right now, if Pat McAfee wins, I will absolutely rage. I will be live a little bit after the show. So I plan, and I don't. It might plans might change, but I legit plan on driving back after the event a little distance, and then taking like a nap, and then driving the rest home. So kind of crazy of me, but that's what I'm going to do though. Um, So this I think Pat's going to get more offense in than what people would like, but I think at the end it's going to be more of a Gunther destroying him for most of it. Um I think Gunther wins obviously, and I think even after the match he starts attacking him and starts choking him out. I know people ain't gonna like this, but I think we get Goldberg here, and I think we get Gunther and Goldberg for one of his retirement matches or the end of his run, whatever. I think we get Gunther and Goldberg. I don't think they planned that thing at Bad Blood for no reason at all. So yeah, that they didn't plan Gunther and Goldberg at Bad Blood for no reason. Hate to say it, but they're not. It's going to be Goldberg and Gunther. Probably at SummerSlam. Maybe. Um, I don't know. They might not do it at SummerSlam. I don't know what they're going to do overall, but I feel like Gunther's going to be in one of these phases where he's just going to float around and do not much of anything. Had a stretch there. But yeah, I think Goldberg comes in and helps Pat not get all the way choked out and beat up. And I think that's really what it is. Um, Dominic Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against Penta. Is Dom going to retain? Is he going to get screwed by Finn Balor? Accidentally. I don't see a no contest. Someone's got to win here. Is Penta really going to lose back to Dom? I don't see that happening. So I see us with a new intercontinental champion just like that. I know more people are going to want Dom to have a more of a run with the belt, but I see Penta beating Dom for the intercontinental championship. I do. Might be wrong, but that's what I see. I see Finn doing something that ends up costing Dom and not trying to do it on purpose, and it just happens to be on that looks like it's on purpose, but it's definitely accidental. So I see Penta being the new Intercontinental Championship, new champion. Excuse me. Lala Valkyria defending the Women's Intercontinental Championship against the man. Is my thing back now? I think it is. Okay, that was weird. Y'all couldn't see that, but that was weird. It looked like I had a guess, but didn't have a guess. Oh my gosh. Because someone called and everything. Hate that. Um, Lala Valkyria has been absolutely amazing. She has had a personality against Becky. Like this is the first story, and I'm excited for this match. I think it's going to be a great match, and I think Lala Valkyria will retain because of a returning Bailey that cost Becky Lynch. Storyline makes sense. And eventually we can get that triple threat with Lala, Becky, and Bailey. Probably I don't know. Saturday night main event. Well, I don't know. I don't know when they're going to do it, but I can see a triple threat in the future. And that's when Lala might lose that women's intercontinental champion. But I don't see her losing to Becky because I see Bailey returning and costing the man Becky Lynch. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Yeah. Versus Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. United States Championship Fatal 4-Way. This match might steal the entire show. I think this Fatal 4-Way is going to be fantastic, and I cannot wait for it. This match and the Lala and Becky. I'm so excited for Dom and Penta, even though we saw it a few weeks back. But Lala, Becky, those two and the Fatal 4-Way are the matches I'm looking forward to the most. Of course, I'm looking for John and then Randy, but I'm not expecting like a knockout, drag out match with John Cena in 2025. That's just my opinion. Jacob Fatu is going to retain here, I believe, and he should, and make him look even more of a beast than what he already is. I think the match is just going to be very, very good, and it might be one of those that we put up at the match of the year candidates towards the end of this year. John Cena, WWE Undisputed Championship, defending against the Viper, Randy Orton. Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. Most of the time, if you're in your hometown, you're going to lose. Right? You're going to lose. I have a sneaky feeling. I have a sneaky feeling. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm just out there with this one. I have a sneaky feeling that Randy Orton is walking out WWE champion against John Cena. I have a sneaky feeling. I could be wrong, and I could very, very, very well be wrong. I've been wrong so many times, I can't even damn count. But I don't think John wants that much of a reign with the WWE Championship. Anyways, I think he could care less. He could really have cared less about 17, to be honest, as well. So, and I hope this just. I'm really hoping that Randy does win, so that this can snap Cena out of this stupid heel run. It's not. A lot of people's like, oh man, he's so good. Yeah, he's so good, but it's not working. Who cares? To me, it's not working as much as they would have liked it to. I don't think it's working that well. I could care less. I don't want to boo John Cena in his retirement tour. I really don't. So I hope Randy wins, and that's going to be my prediction. Cody could come back, or Randy just wins. Wins very simply, clean, and all that. So who knows? Maybe we get what if we got a double turn here? Well, Randy turned heel and won in a vicious way, and John turns into a good. I don't know. That could happen too. But my final prediction is Randy Orton walks out WWE champion. So Yet another PLE without Omos. Buddy, I'm surprised Omos wasn't on the chopping block with some of these WWE releases, if I'm being honest. They're not using him, and that's why some of these people got released. Well, minus Corey Jade, but and Braun, but he was hurt. I don't know. Yeah, he might not survive the next rounds, whenever that is. But yeah, you literally caught the end of that. So my predictions, so you can know them. Gunther definitely winning. I think he tries to beat down Pat after the match, and the good almighty old Goldberg comes for the save, and we get Goldberg and Gunther eventually. It's going to happen. Might as well get the shit out of the way. So, and I think Penta becomes Intercontinental Champion. I don't think Dom is going to have a long reign. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll give you my reasoning a little bit. Um, I don't think Becky will become a new champion. I think Bailey will come back, return from injury, and cost Becky. I think Jacob Fatu going to retain, but I think that match, that fatal four way for United States Championship, could be in my match of the year candidates at the end of the year too. I think it's going to be that good of a match. And yeah, I know most of the time you would think, oh yeah, hometown person, they're going to lose. For some reason, I have a s- a crazy feeling that Randy might actually walk out WWE champion. They could do it with Cody returning. They could do it with a double turn. Which look, we never thought John Cena was going to turn heel. Why in the hell would we think a double turn wouldn't happen? I know those are rare in wrestling. But what if we have a double turn and Randy, say Randy wins with like a low blow, does a punt, RKO, bam. Cena might do that. I don't know. This might be a continuation. It might not be a last time for the WWE Championship. I don't know. But I mean, I don't. I see Cena wanting to work with many other people beforehand. So, but yeah, I would not be surprised if there was a double turn. That's my bold prediction. If it happens, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. But yeah, you caught the end of this backlash talk. Kind of sucks when I'm kind of by myself because I try to go at least a good amount of time, but sometimes it's so hard to because I don't want it to feel rushed, if that makes sense. I love how I'm moving with my hands and everything. But yeah, I have got a ton of stuff to do. I've got a ton of stuff to do. That's why I kind of wish I recorded it, but I so much like doing live stuff more than recorded stuff because that's just how I am. I've got a ton of stuff to do today on my card. Um and I'm hearing one of the dogs whine. That's one thing I gotta do. Take the mutts out. The dogs. The doggies. The dogs have got to go out. But that'll probably be right before I leave to get my mom to go to my mama's, her mom's, and we do some stuff there. My mama doesn't know that her daughter is coming over with me. My mom. So she does not know that. It's a little of a surprise. Because she knows I'm coming over. So because I always try to go over there and, get a bite to eat, talked with her, and that's and I don't have to work tonight. I don't have to work tonight. Luckily, I don't have to work tonight. I get one extra day off, kinda. Yeah, yeah, it is nice. I'll say this, and I get on one of these every now and then. One of these little talks. I forget how long ago I had one of these talks, but if you got relatives that you're close with, maybe not even close with, get to be closer with them, especially if they're older. Especially if they're older, because you never know when you know they might be gone, or heck, you might be gone. You don't know anything about what happens in this crazy world, so I always think about that. And yeah, and like Roman having merch like that is like he's actually being serious with this merch. It's not, oh, it's a money getter. No, it actually means something. Like, who would have thought Karrion Cross would be in the top two most selling shirts right now? That's how good his work has been in this documentary that I have not watched yet, but I need to watch. Um, it's it's quite amazing that Karrion Cross is top two. And I know he feuded with the Wyatt Six, but I would have loved for him to be in the Wyatt Six or a part of it or something, just something in general. But it looks like they might get the righteousness from AEW because they're done with AEW. That might be his new group, and I hope they actually give him a chance. Like AOP with Carrion and all that, it looked decent to begin with, but it just didn't fit all the way. It didn't feel authentic. So, but Carrion is doing some wonders with his work right now, and I hope they actually give him a chance. I've always liked Carrion. I like those type of wrestlers where they might be the slowest worker, but like they don't hurt anyone or anything. Yeah, they weren't. That's unfortunate because they're a really good tag team. But yeah, yeah, Yusuf, I think I'm going to get out of here because let's see, it's about 2 o'clock. I know I got more of the day to go, but I'm going to Backlash one, so I'm leaving early in the morning tomorrow, and I gotta get this stuff done and things in general. Like I'm going over there, then we're going grocery shopping probably. Yeah, might be doing some few other stuff. I don't know. It's going to be a lot. So let me. It's about time for me to get off here, hop in the shower, and then get my day going with all this stuff. Uh, so I wouldn't put it past it. Hopefully, it's a good show for you. No rock this You know what? I would still probably pop if he showed up, but To be honest with you, I hope that man don't show up for a while. I I truly, I truly pray and hope he don't show up for a while. After that interview on Pat's show, that he had the nerve. Now it wasn't in person, but still, he had the nerve to say, "Oh, we didn't. You, I don't. I didn't think y'all needed the final boss to finish that story. You're the one that started the fucking story, huh? If you start it, guess what? Finish it." Okay, let me not get into a Dwayne Johnson rant here. Okay, Dwayne. Okay, let's not do that. But yeah, look, common sense. If you start something, you finish it, right? I've always been taught that, and some stuff you might not want to, finish, and I get it. Hope everyone except Dwayne Johnson has a good day. Yes, I really do hope. Hope you guys have a great one. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Greatly appreciate if you do. You don't have to. I'm gonna have a good amount of content coming up in the near future. Um, on my road to St. Louis, I might live stream if I have a certain thing that holds my phone up and everything. So I might live stream, depending if I have a good long stretch where I'm going to be on the interstate for just a long time. So I might live stream for like 30 minutes, less, just chilling, talking. So, but I will have a vlog for Backlash. Obviously, that's what I do. Um, might not be too long, but I don't know, man. I have a sneaky feeling a lot of people might be down on this card, but I have a sneaky feeling this card is going to be good. It's not because I'm going to the show either. I think I have this feeling before I even got my ticket and everything. So I have a sneaky feeling this card's going to be better than what people think overall. I don't know. I don't know. But we will see. Hope you guys have a great one and everything. And later on today, I will upload a match simulation of Randy Orton and John Cena WWE Championship match. Now, don't hold me to that. I might actually not and forget all about it, okay? But I plan on doing it. Plan on doing it and actually doing it is two separate things. All right. Peace out, y'all. Have a great one.